Welcome back, lesson 31, Math D. Today we're going to get started in the workbook. Part 1, you can go ahead and cross it out, or you can leave it blank, it's up to you, but we're not going to be doing part 1, okay? We're going to be moving on to part 2, these fun little box problems. Remember, when we're doing these problems, this is our total, these bottom ones are our total if we're working downwards. This side is our total if we're working this way. All right. As I said in the past, I like to try and get the addition ones out of the way first, if there are any. So you know you have to find a line that has at least 2 numbers so you can find the third number. For example, I can't find the second or third number in here in this column or in this row until I can find the other, until I find another number that goes there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work this column. 40 plus 15 equals 5 plus 0 is 5, 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so my answer is 55, and it just goes right in that box. Now I have 2 here where I can solve for my big number. If I'm solving for my big number, I am adding. These are lined up so nicely for me. I'm just going to add them in the boxes. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 down, carry the 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 103. So I know that I got all of my big numbers on this side. I still need to get my big number here, but I can't do that yet unless I go this way. So so it's a big number if you're working down, but if you're working across, it's a small number. So 103 minus 51 equals 1. You can go ahead and write these problems right on your paper. All right, 3 minus 1 is 2. I'm going to have to borrow here because I walk into a pizza shop and I want 5 pieces of pizza, but they don't have any. So they have to contact their neighbor at the other pizza shop. They say, hey, Mr. Pizza Shop, can I borrow a pizza? They say, yeah, sure, but now I have no pizzas over here. That's okay, because now I have 10 pizzas and I need 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. 52 goes here. All right, now I'm just missing 1 box. You can either work this way and subtract or work this way and subtract. I'm going to work this way and subtract. So 52 minus 40. 2 minus 0 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. There you go. So that box is all finished. Those are going to start popping up in independent work a lot. Actually, today it was part of independent work, but I just wanted to help you guys. Part 3 is also independent work. So I thought maybe we could work on, problem A and or B, and you can do C on your own. All right, so our bottom numbers on these number lines are always the same if you're talking about the whole numbers. So to figure out the bottom number, I'm going to start at 0 and count only to 1. How many parts? 1, 2, 3. So my whole number for the bottom is 3. Sorry, these are a little squished. All right, to get my top number, I'm going to say 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay? So remember, when you have a bottom, when you figure out the bottom of your fraction, you're just counting by 3s, or if it was 5s, you'd be counting by 5s, but you're just adding 3 to the top or counting by 3s. All right, B is a little tricky, so I'm going to help you with the first part. All right, so there are no lines in B. So this is just 1. Okay, I want you to go back through and say 1 times 0 is blank, 1 times 1 is blank, 1 times 2 is blank. You fill in the top of those numbers and then go ahead and complete C as well. When you are finished, we're going to jump over to our textbook. All right. Same thing in our textbook. We're going to skip part 1 here. Part 2, you can do independently. You're just dividing by 9. Okay? So when you're working backwards on the multiplication sheet, find the 2 line. Go down until you find the 18 and then go over. 2 divided by 18 is 9. Let's go ahead and work on part 3 together. Let me get myself some room. All right, part 3. My marker's starting to run out. 5 is equal to, now these are whole numbers that we are trying to find out their equal fractions. Okay? 5 equals blank over 10, equal to blank over 1, equal to blank over 6, equal to blank over 4. So that is a lot of fractions that 5 could be equal to. All right, so in order to find the top number, you're going to multiply the bottom number by the top number. Okay, so 10, or by the big number, so 10 times 5 is 50. So 5 is equal to 50 tenths. Next one, 1 times 5 is 5. Now 6 times 5 is 30. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's do B together as well, and then I will let you do C on your own. 9 is equal to, or not 9. Okay, we'll do C together. You guys do B on your own, because I already wrote it. All right, 9 is equal to blank over 1, which is equal to blank over 5, which is equal to blank over 3, which is equal to blank over 10. All right, so we're going to be multiplying, okay? Bottom number is 1 times the big number, 9. 9 times 1 is 9. Next one, 5 times the big number. 9 times 5 is 45. Next one, 3 times the big number 9, 27. 10 times the big number 9, 90. I want you guys to go ahead and complete C on your own. Or D on your, B. My goodness, I can't talk today. All right, and then we are going to move on to part 4. All right, part 4. The price tags show the prices for different items. Each problem tells which item somebody purchases. You're going to add the amount to find out the total amount the person spent. Problem A says, Dandy Daycare purchased the doll and the phone. How much did they spend in all? So the doll Dandy Daycare purchase was $12. Am I running out marker here? $12.05. Remember, when we are talking about money, the first one at the top should have the money sign, and your dollars, your amount of dollars come before the decimal. After the decimal, that's how many cents. So let's see, they bought the doll and the phone. The phone was $45.20. $45.20. Normally, I like to put the big number on top. However, this is how this problem was read. And because we're just going to be adding, it's okay that that big number is on the bottom. But generally, it's better to keep it on the top. All right. What you guys are going to do is figure out how much Dandy Daycare spent in all. Okay? You're going to add up the numbers before the decimal. Make sure to bring down that decimal and then put the numbers, add up the numbers in the dollar area, and then make sure to have your money sign. You are going to write how much Dandy Daycare is going to spend in all. All right, B. I'm going to write up for your problem B. See if I have a different marker. Okay, that looks better. All right, for B, Joan purchased the shoes, the book, and the sunglasses. How much did Joan spend? All right, so let's see. The shoes, the book, and the sunglasses. The shoes, $19.90. $19.90. The shoes, the book, $8. And the glasses, $9.67. Okay, so now you're adding up three different totals, okay? You're going to add up all three numbers in this column, all three numbers in this column. Bring down your decimal, add up all three numbers here and here. You're going to have to carry a couple times. Don't forget your money sign. Erase these so I have a little bit of room. I'll put problem C up here. All right, problem C. A little girl bought the shoes, the doll, and the sunglasses. How much did the little girl spend in all? All right, she bought the shoes. They were $19.90. She bought the doll, $12.05. And she bought the sunglasses, $9.67. Okay, you're adding up these three numbers in this column, these three numbers in this column, decimal, and do this the other side, the dollar side. Don't forget to have all your number signs and your decimals and line up your numbers correctly, okay? You may pause here if you'd like. But we're going to continue on. Part 5. All right, part 5. The numbers for each item in part 5 are from an addition fact or a multiplication fact. You're going to write a correct multiplication or addition fact that uses all three numbers. All right, for example, A. My numbers for A are 4, 3, and 1. So you're going to use these three numbers to either write a multiplication fact or an addition fact. Okay, so my numbers are 4, 3, 1. Let's see. I can write an addition fact. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Or I can say 3 plus 1 equals 4. Those are the only two that I can do. Okay, because I'm not going to do any subtraction ones. I can't do any multiplication ones, so it's going to be one of those. Let's see. Let's do B too. 1, 8, and 8. I have to come up with a addition number signs or a multiplication. Let's see. 1 times 8 equals 8, or 8 times 1 equals 8. You can't do an addition sentence with that one. Go ahead and do C and D on your own. When you are finished, we are moving over to part 6. Okay, I'll read what it says in the box. Follow along. Some problems divide by 5. You can figure out the answers to those problems by examining the number under the division sign. Here's what you do. If the second digit of the number is 0, you multiply the first digit by 2. That's the answer. You can see 40 divided by 5. The second digit is 0, so the answer is 2 times the first digit. The first digit is 4, so the answer is 2 times 4. That's 8. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. You can see 30 divided by 5, the second digit is 0, so the answer is 2 times the first digit. The first digit is 3, so the answer is 2 times 3, that's 6. 30 divided by 5 is 6. You can see 20 divided by 5 is the second digit of 20. The second digit of 20 is 0. So the answer is 2 times the first digit. So 2 times 2 is 4. That's the answer. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Let's go ahead and find the problems below the box. Remember, if a number ends in 0, then you multiply the missing number by the first digit. All right, let's go ahead. That's pretty confusing. Just use your multiplication sheet to help you with these. But we can do a couple of them. All right, so 5 divided by 30. Do A, B, C. 15, 5, C, 5, 20. All right, so looking at problem A, my answer ends in, or my number here ends in a 0. So what am I going to do to this number to get the answer? I'm going to multiply it by 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Here I can't really do it because it does not end in 0, but 5 goes into 15 3 times. This one, it ends in a 0, so I'm going to multiply 2 times 2, 40. Wait, that's not right. 5 goes into 2. Nope, 5 goes into 24 times. Just 4. My brain is not ready to be back to work. All right, let's go ahead and look at part 7. All right, part 7. A cat weighed 65 ounces more than a hamster. So, let's see. The difference number goes here. Which is 65. So I'm going to read it again to figure out where I put the cat and where I put the hamster. All right. So I'm going to read that problem without saying the first number. A cat weighed more than a hamster. So if a cat weighs more, my cat goes here. All right. Then I'll read my next sentence. The cat weighed 93 ounces. And then I just plug my number in. 93 ounces. OZ is ounces. How much does the hamster weigh? Now, we're missing a small number. In order to figure out my small number, I'm going to work backwards and subtract. 93 minus 65. Looking at this number. I want 5 pieces of pizza, but they only have 3. They got to go next door, borrow 1. So now, instead of 9, this guy has 8. And I have 13 minus 5. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 8 minus 6, 8, 7, 6. 28. So how much does that hamster weigh? 28 ounces. Okay, might be a little bit hard to see. I'm going to set up B and C for you, but then you are going to complete them on your own. Let's see. Put B here. All right, B says, Joe's garage pumped 487 fewer gallons of gas than Sally's. So the difference number is 487. Now we have to figure out whose garage pumped more or less. So I'm going to read it without the first number. Joe's garage pumped fewer gallons of gas than Sally's garage. So if Joe pumped less, then Joe is here because he's my small number. Sally is my big number. Plug her in over there. Now read the next sentence. Joe's garage pumped 632 gallons of gas. 632. How much gas did Sally's station pump? All right, missing a big number, so I'm going to work this way. I'm going to be adding 632 plus 487. And that is going to give you how many gallons of gas were pumped at Sally's garage. I hope you guys have this part done. I'm going to erase that so I can set up C for you. A little bit better. All right, C. In a zoo, there are 401 more land animals than sea animals. So that's my difference number, 401. Talking about land animals and sea animals. So now I have to read the sentence again without that first number. In a zoo, there were more land animals than sea animals. So if it's more, the land animals go over here. C. Next sentence. There are 763 land animals. 763 land animals. How many sea animals were there? So the best thing to do when you have these types of word problems are just doing it one sentence at a time. Okay? So I know that I'm missing my small number. To figure out my sea animals, I'm going to have to work backwards, which is subtraction. 763 minus 401. Go ahead and solve. That's going to tell me how many sea animals were in the zoo. When you finish that, you guys can go ahead and work the independent work portions. When you are finished, please submit to your teacher.